Hello there, Taurus. Welcome into a next 48-hour tarot reading for you. Please do keep in mind, as always, these are general messages, but I'm feeling it's going to be a pretty positive next 2 days for you. While we're beginning with the center tarot energy from the good tarot, the Fortune's Wheel. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune coming out to begin your reading, to be the center part of your reading, is really great energy. It's a 2 day period, and even surrounding it for some, where the wheel is turning in your favor. Your efforts from the recent past specifically, but more importantly, your efforts in the next 2 days are really paying off for you or working to your advantage. If you're posting on social media, whether it's one if not multiple platforms, you're going to see that really working to your advantage. People like what you're putting out there into the universe. But also, there's something about you looking good, smelling good, feeling good, maybe a little bit snappy at certain points as I'm snapping my fingers. But I really do sense that you as well are seeing people noticing you quite clearly, maybe even paying too close of attention to you at certain points. Some staring, heads are turning. There's a feeling of people, yeah, just liking what you have to offer. You may even, for some, be experiencing going through a bit of a glow up. And this may be because you were taking care of your skin, recently, even during this 2 day period. It could be because you've been working out more, getting your quality beauty rest. Stuff of this nature is really going to be looking good on you. There may even be something else that you've been utilizing, excuse me, and or maybe something that you've been avoiding or doing less of. There's just a lot playing into you looking good, feeling good, and being very much paid close attention to once again. And some of that attention may play into the wheel churning in your favor. But let's move on to some Mermaid Tarot. The Two of Swords. Now, I feel like there may be some sort of a battle or confrontation, difficulty that you're maybe in the middle of or experiencing, observing somehow when it comes to two other people, as we can see this imagery. But also, it feels like you're in this energy where you're not willing to, say, put up a fight. You're not willing to wrap yourself up with, or choosing not to wrap yourself up with, confrontation, bad energy, gossip, stuff like this. And this is absolutely the right choice when you're feeling the need to escape a conversation, avoid an experience, stay in your own lane. But on a completely different note, you're going to find that this is also a period where your lack of confirmation or a lack of clarity, better understanding, is somehow really standing out like a sore thumb, excuse me, as I start to space out a bit. But you may as well find it's a period where you space out at certain points, you drift away, and this could be you again thinking back to the past, but more importantly to the future. But then they're asking you as well, as much as that can hold great importance and purpose, what about where you're at currently? What is working for you? I'm not saying let this hold you back from making change in the future, but this state of observing and appreciation of what is actually working for you, even side by side naturally at certain points with what isn't working for you, what is maybe out of alignment or imperfect somehow, can hold just as much purpose and whatnot. Anyways, I don't want to put this on the board. Okay, you may even find that what you put out there, what turns the wheel partially in your favor at this time, really is helping others with what they don't understand or what they have felt a lack of confirmation in regards to. There's also something about you having a full heart at certain points and being noticed for somebody who has this big, compassionate, kind heart and way of being. Let's wait for Taurus. Yeah, the 10 of Wands. So another 10 on the board. Don't be surprised if you see increments of 10. I'm getting specifically 10, 10. But it is a time of abundance, my friend, where I do feel like, honestly, there is a lot on your plate, a lot going on, a lot to be maybe digested and avoided, prepared for even. And so they're saying take a deep breath because this can feel a little bit scattered at certain points in this kind of energy. It's a very successful, very rewarding period, a movement type of period for you, full of growth and progression, but it can at times feel like a lot. I'm being drawn to the color gold, as I feel there is somewhat of a golden way about you. There's a golden touch that you may feel you have at certain points or in general, but there's absolutely something golden about what you're creating and developing, what you're putting out there into the universe. Ooh, the Ten of Pentacles, again, another 10. So we naturally have 10, 10, 10 on the board. And so, interestingly enough, in the pre-polling process, I originally got the Ten of Cups with this sort of Buddha statue imagery from the Good Tarot. I didn't take it, but it did feel quite relevant. And so they're saying, think about the best of the best at certain points. Know and remember wholeheartedly that you're a powerful, magical manifester. You know what I mean? And so there's simply maybe a focus on the fact that there, okay, are certain feasts of important. If you look at this imagery, times to eat up all your success, eat up all of the wealth that you deserve, and the other, okay, tasty aspects of life. There's a feeling of this time period highlighting and reminding some of which you have an immense amount of wealth ahead, but it doesn't feel like it currently. It may also feel for some, especially the extremely intuitive Tauruses within this collective, you may as well intuitively feel at certain points or one point in general, it's not time yet. Do you know what I mean? And so it feels to be a period where you're reminded of how important and on point your intuition is, but also understanding that everything has its place in its time, all right? And that includes endings, as this is naturally a 2-day period that highlights the importance, the necessity of beginnings and new endings, the cycles of life, my friend. And I also feel like the colors red and the colors red and blue are significant. Passion, peace, romance and tranquility, stuff of this nature will be a part of this period. Let's keep pulling. The Queen of Pentacles, it feels like even in the midst of all that you have going on, maybe some heavy amounts of energy or amounts of heavy energy, you're going to find that you're still more grounded than ever. It's almost as if you're going to be at certain points thinking about how things can't take you out of your ultimate grounded way of being. People, places, situations, occurrences, bad energy, otherwise can't as easily or in general strip away your Taurus earth sign way of being in comparison to how it easily would have or ended up doing so in the past, if that makes sense. The wording got a bit lost there, but you get the point. It just feels like you are still very affected, but less extremely affected in comparison to the past, if that makes sense. Moving on, the Ten of Swords. I mean, my friend, if the Ten of Cups comes out now, even though it kind of did in a sense, I would not be surprised. But yeah, the Ten of Swords, because they're saying that think about all that lies ahead. Think about all that has yet to come to be. If everything stayed exactly the same, how would you even begin to imagine all that you deserve and are meant for coming in and coming to be, growing, increasing, if there wasn't any space made? And so I feel like the next 2-day period is, again, a reminder that we need to be preparing for even creating space and, room for the new, for the better. And so I even feel like there may be a focus upon your financial spending and where you've been overdoing it, where you've been going wrong. And we're not saying you're doing it all wrong in regards to that, but there may be a habit or two that needs to be put to rest to support this Ten of Pentacles lifestyle. And so as the wheel turns for you, you're needing to remember that how you manage, how you utilize these rewards, these forms of abundance coming in, that's just as significant. But let's keep pulling. The Seven of Cups, a lot in your mind, a lot of options is now what I'm hearing. For some, this could be talking about a lot of fish in the sea for dating, but it also feels like you have a lot to get done. And so, yeah, tying back into the Ten of Wands, it's nothing you can't handle. And they're saying that there's no need to force it, no need to rush. When it's meant to be, it'll be. You know what I mean? And so that is that, period. And if you hold on to and remember, utilize that advice, that way of being and approaching, you're golden. You know what I mean? So they're saying basically don't get in your own way. But let's put this one here, and then we'll pull one more. And I think I want to get some specifics. All right, the Five of Pentacles. So naturally you may be thinking about where you're not fully or at all fitting in. You may as well be thinking about what you have yet to achieve or what you're lacking at this time. But they're saying don't let that take over, because you could work against the wheel turning in your favor with this lack or have yet to acquire, achieve sort of mindset. Again, you're a manifester. But we're moving on to the Ten of Cups. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to put this one, yeah, right here. And the King of Cups. Again, your big heart, your compassionate, kind way of being is part of this period. Maybe even you being an emotional soul in certain ways is quite evident and maybe even useful. But yeah, the Ten of Cups, to get all the tens on the board, because this is a time where we're needing to once again envision the best. We're needing to expect the best as things do shift and work out in your favor. And it just feels like Spirit saying that each 10 holds quite powerful significance and importance, not only for your reading, but for your path now more than ever in moving forward. Let's begin to wrap up this reading with a couple of these tea leaf cards. Just feeling guided to as I shake the camera. Muddled, unclear thinking. Okay, so that may be in regards to you. It might be, what you're feeling in your energy field. It could be both. We're not going to take it for the board, but they're saying at certain points, for one of not multiple reasons, you're needing to clear your mind, maybe take some sort of capsule or vitamin of importance to assist you with this. But it feels like the clouds need to clear so that you can then proceed less fuzzy, if that makes sense. Almost said funeral. Funnel card, talking about period of frustration, lessons to be learned for some. The month of July is going to be extremely significant. I mean, that's when my birthday is. But for some reason, they want that on the board. It's going to be a very busy, very social month for you is what I'm getting. Something might switch up. But basket, recognition, reward for merit. I want to put this one over here, tying into the Ten of Pentacles and maybe even the Ten of Cups. Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. They're saying just because the wheel is turning in your favor and all these positives have been spoken upon, it's again naturally a time period where the negatives, the imperfections, maybe again even the lack of alignment is standing out and being highlighted more than ever. And if you're feeling as if it's an unsettling time for you, then it's time to consider the new. It's time to make certain adjustments and changes and clear your mind and clear the way for yourself moving forward. And we're ending your reading with success. Absolutely beautiful. So Taurus, I hope these messages were truly helpful. I am sending you so much love and light.